Hi guys, this is Mitro, your English tutor. In this short lesson, let me make you acquainted with such a wonderful, marvelous word which will embellish your writing and speaking at various tests of English. I think doesn't matter which test. But nowadays, Duolingo is definitely the most widespread and maybe most popular due to some technical and political aspects. And also, of course, IELTS, TOEFL, SAT and so on. So our word for today is confabulate. Now I will explain to you what do we have to do with this confabulate, yes, and how actually we can raise our scores with it on the test. Before doing this, let me tell you just in 20 seconds that I'm a very efficient tutor, effective and efficient for your Duolingo, IELTS and TOEFL tests. My WhatsApp and Viber are always in the description to this video and at the bottom of the screen. So if you need urgent assistance, for instance, let's take such a condition when you have 110 for Duolingo, you have already passed it 3 times, but you need minimum 120 and you have 3 or 2 even weeks left. You don't know what to do. You have tried already a couple of tutors, native speakers, non-native speakers, whatever, yes, and they cannot help because you need some special talent to do that. So I can do that. Yeah. Also, in the future, I hope to create several video courses. I have already created them in Ukrainian, in my native language, about, for instance, Duolingo with flying colors, Duolingo writing with flying colors, Duolingo speaking, and so on and so on. It will take a couple of months, but I hope if everything is well, I will do that definitely. So then you can purchase the course and work independently. Yeah, but of course no course can substitute me as a tutor. Okay people, now let's proceed to this confabulate. Let's imagine a situation. You are writing an essay at Duolingo, for instance, yeah? There is a question such as, what do you usually do with your friends? Yeah, something like that. So, what will you write? I think that mostly you will write something. When we get together, we talk about our events from previous days, something like that, yeah? Or we chat together, we talk together, we converse. It's a little bit more at the advanced level, but yeah. So, you feel that all such essays or speaking, they are like gray, faceless, boring, tedious, and run-of-the-mill. Everybody writes, we like to chat, we like to talk, and then they say, why they don't give me over, let's say, 100 out of 160 for Duolingo, for example, yeah? Why they don't give me? I don't have basic grammar mistakes, so I have, my spelling is okay. Why they put me always this 100? I'm sick and tired of this shitty 100. You see, my friends, one of the aspects of powerful written English is your vocabulary. You understand? Yes, sir. It's yeah. I think I haven't produced anything exquisite or something here. So, but the problem is that scarcely any tutor teaches you some specific beautiful words. I have such a, I don't know, a gift maybe of feeling which words will decorate your essay, but at the same time they will not stick out like a sore thumb, as they say. Very often it's a bit naive and funny when a person has low level of English, but together with his tutor, he or she has crammed, learned by heart some word and stuffed it into the essay, and it protrudes like 1 mile, yes, and everybody sees that this stupidity. I don't know whether they will penalize you for this or they will add you some points. I don't know, maybe nothing. They will not penalize, neither this nor that. But there are such words which, being input in a proper context, they will add you a couple of points. So one of them is this confabulate. Okay, so it has 2 basic meanings. The first one is chatting, talking, conversing, as I have already mentioned. Yeah, to talk casually, to chat. For example, instead of saying that when I was a baby, when I was a little child, I always heard how my parents loved confabulating about their, I don't know, adolescence or something like that. Or confabulating about some political events, not just chatting, see, confabulating. And the second very interesting meaning is to have problems in one mental condition when a person, very often it's meant about people who are over 60 or 70 years old, so they try to reminisce about the events of their deep past, but in the distant past they create, you see, involuntarily or something, not deliberately, they create some additional facts. So it's let's say a deviation from the norm. It's not so awful to isolate a person from the society, but sometimes the listeners, they look at this person with a little bit of like, oh, because it's something. So to confabulate means to add some unreal events to your reminiscences. Here in the free dictionary it's written to fill in gaps in one's memory with fabrications that one believes to be facts. So the person is not a liar. He or she really believes that something took place. So to chat casually, to talk, confabulate, and also to fill in gaps in one's memory with fabrications. It stemmed from the Latin confabulari, confabulat, the prefix com, plus fabulari, to talk, from fabula, conversation. So now you understand those words like fable, meaning fairy tale or some anecdote, they all stem from this Latin fabula, conversation. When you understand that this word has a prefix con, and the root fabul, doesn't matter, which stems from something Latin, this word will be ingrained in your mind much better than when you just repeat for several times, confabulate, and do nothing else. So let's also read a couple of words which stem from this. Not some, but the immediate paradigm, the immediate thesaurus of this word. Confabulation, it's a noun, the process of confabulating. Confabulator, one who takes part in the chat, or one who fills in his gaps, yes, in memory. Confabulator. Confabulatory. Mind you, the free dictionary gives us the variant of confabulatory, not confabulatory, but I think if you make a mistake here, not a big deal. Confabulatory. It's an adjective. For example, confabulatory events or confabulatory aspects or conditions or something like that. Okay, there are references from some other dictionaries, but they're basically all about one and the same thing. To talk together, to converse, to chat, you see, so yeah. Now, let's read a couple of synonyms. A couple of synonyms to this. So, psychiatric we will skip because, this one. To confabulate, to chew the fat, to chit-chat, clever, confab, jaw, natter, shoot the breeze, chat, chaffer, gossip, chatter, visit. You understand that they are not all close synonyms, but I mean for you to understand the thesaurus of this word. To discourse, to converse, to confer, to confab, to consult, to discuss, to chat, to converse, to discourse, to speak, to talk, confabulate. Try to feel the beauty of this word. I heard it from one educated native speaker in her seminar on, I don't remember what kind of seminar, and I understand if this person uses it in like a free context, not without any special context, not without humor or irony, it means that we are also welcome to use it and it will increase our score. By the way, yes, sometimes really this confabulate can be used with a shade of irony. For instance, I saw how those girls were confabulating near me at the next table. So it means that the girls were talking about some empty things, meaningless, but it's okay. Yes. Okay. You will ask me, how can I use it? I mean, in which situations? So topics. Yes, give me the topics. Like I tell you, my approach is and my stance in this is that you can use it for hundreds of topics on any test. Speaking, writing, whatever. For instance, let's take some social topic. Duolingo loves very much like, remember, please tell about some past event when you got a prize, for example, for something, yes? A reward, yeah? Okay. So you can speak, we had a competition in swimming or something like that. So while I was preparing for my performance, I saw how judges were confabulating about the participants, you see? Yes, and you have inserted it harmoniously into the essay. Or you can use it to talk about some elderly person whom you know, yeah? You say, I know this and that and this and that. So he or she sometimes confabulates about the events from her past, with which she a bit scares us, but it's okay, yes, something like that. Yeah, so you show that you remember the second variant of meaning of this word, which is also very nice and very powerful. Finally, let's read a couple of examples of the sentences by educated native speakers. It's very important, it's paramount, because please guys remember, your mind needs associations. When you learn a new word, it needs associations. It means that if you just reproduce this confabulate several times, it's very good. But if you see the context, oh my, it's 10 or 20 times more powerful. Your mind loves associations. It craves associations. It yearns associations. It loves and so on. It relishes in them. So remember about this, please. When you learn some new word, go please to your dictionary or whatever. Find examples of sentences, real sentences with it. Read them, 4 or 5. Then I tell you, you will understand this word 100%. Yeah. So let's read them. You know, I'm casting the screen, so here maybe you don't see part of the sentences because I cannot shift the screen, but it's okay, I will read. The two proud dowagers, Lady Lynn and Lady Ingram, confabulate together. Dowagers, check out this word, it's very interesting, and again, probably it's more difficult to insert it into your writing or speaking, but anyway, to expand your vocabulary. It's like ladies who have inherited some wealth from their deceased husbands and who have high social positions. So like widows, rich widows, something like that, dowagers, very interesting word. You see, they confabulate together, meaning that they just talk peacefully about something. Here, Kashmiris, so it's about India, something killed scores of guiltless Kashmiris. Let us confabulate about a relatively calm region which has in 1990s. So let us talk, let us converse again about a relatively calm region of this country. Here, the baby who has refused to obey orders to stand outside the door while the adults confabulate inside. Again, you see, the baby was punished or something, and she or he was made to wait outside the door while the adults were chatting inside, confabulating inside. This one maybe even with about older people when they really create some events. For example, peerless speakers who enlighten the crowd with their knowledge and confabulate on various newfangled topics related to the field of arts. No, it's again converse. Or this one about, as he said, there was a danger that children may confabulate evidence in interviews. Yes? So some kids, when they have interviews, especially in the police or somewhere, or under hypnosis, they tend to create a non-existent event in their minds, which is not very nice for the investigation. So they create, confabulate. They don't want to trick anybody. They don't realize that it's fake. Yes, they believe in the truth of this. So it's very, very difficult to deal with such cases. I read a little bit about this. Confabulate. So my friends, we have learned today, not learned but made friends with this confabulate. If you have some time and desire, please practice this word. For example, write your 2 or 3 short sentences with this. For example, you know, about yesterday, even today, I confabulated with my friend about the tendencies of economic growth of la 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 la. Or 1 month ago, I still remember my confabulation. So try to use even these ones. My confabulation with the, I don't know, with the representative of some committee about something. Try to create even about this one, about psychology. Like our old granny sometimes confabulates the events from the past, with which she complexifies the relationship with her. Yeah, something like that. And, you know, be bold enough. Bold or bold? No, bold. Yeah. Be bold enough to use this word in your speaking and writings. Yes, because anyway, if you enlarge your passive vocabulary, it's okay. Now you know confabulate. If you meet it in Duolingo, and however, remember please to add some 5 or 10 points to your writing score, speaking score. Try to put it insert it into your narration. Don't be afraid. Even if you make a stylistic mistake and it will protrude, as I have already told, not a big tragedy, you know, I don't think that they will penalize you severely. Much more you will be punished for your spelling mistakes and basic grammar mistakes and repetitions. If you write like old man, old man, old man, old man, old man 6 times in your essay, of course you will get minus, let's say 5 or 10 points, because you demonstrate with it, they do not know, or you don't want even to strain yourself to produce some synonyms. But if you input confabulate instead of chat once, it's a very good deal, you know, it will add. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. I'm a tutor with over 20 years of experience, though I'm a non-native speaker, and you can hear it by my speech and so on. Some may be like flaws and defects. Anyway, I'm very efficient psychologically, and that's why a lot of students love me for this. Okay guys, if you need urgent assistance, please contact me, I will help you, or just enjoy my videos on my channel. wish you success and see you in our next lessons.